friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dee. I am a Saint Beauty artist, a Savvy brand partner, and a DIY lash enthusiast, but I'm not talking about any of those three things today. In fact, I'm not even wearing lashes, so I don't even know why I said it. But I wanted to kind of take you through and give you my thoughts on the Mary Kay Clinical Solutions, the HA plus Ceramide Hydrator, and the C plus Resveratol, whatever, however you say it, line reducer. So these are two of some of the newest products that they came out with. Just to kind of give you guys a little bit of background, I used to be a Mary Kay consultant, ex-Mary Kay consultant. I decided that my passion wasn't with their makeup and their skincare. It was actually with Saint Beauty. So I stopped being a Saint Beauty, God, I can't speak today. So I stopped being a Mary Kay consultant, became a Saint Beauty business partner. But I still love Mary Kay. I've done a ton of videos on them because I really do feel like their skincare has made a significant difference in my skin. Their Time-Wise Repair Set in general is my 100% go-to. I feel like my skin was very dull, very dry, very yucky prior to starting that, and then since doing it, I just absolutely love it. So I've kind of found my AM and PM skin routine that works for me. So I like things Mary Kay, and I still recommend them, and people still make comments of like, why are you talking about Mary Kay if you don't sell it? Well, because I like it, and I'm not making any money off of it, but I still like it. So I went ahead and picked up these two things because, well, I'll kind of give you a story behind it of what kind of happened. But basically, I decided to go ahead with the HA, the hyaluronic acid and ceramide hydrator. So this is supposed to, it's dermatologist tested, I can't say that. They make these boxes so small to read. Okay, so it contains hyaluronic acid, ceramides, and verbena extract to help skin retain moisture and support skin's barrier. So after cleansing, you're supposed to squeeze 6 to 8 drops into skin and then smooth evenly over face and neck. You're going to follow with your serum and moisturize and use twice a day. So I started using this, and it comes like in a little bottle like this. It's got a cute little dropper, and it's super, super easy to get out. So you're supposed to do, I mean, you can see how thick it is. So it's really gonna go on, and it almost has a primer feel. Like it has this like almost stickiness to it, very, very primer feeling, but you can put it into your skin and it just absorbs pretty quickly. I didn't feel like when I was using it that it combated against any of my other skincare products or my makeup. I didn't feel like my makeup wasn't staying or didn't stick or anything like that, but you can see they're just instant hydration. Now here's the problem that I had with this, and it's not just this product, it's every product. I've noticed because my skin is very, very dry, I get a lot of flakes specifically around my nose. And what I've noticed with hyaluronic acids is the whole purpose of them, it's supposed to make your skin plump. It's supposed to bring in the hydration and just plump it out, and supposed to help with hydration. I feel like everybody is promoting HA right now. It's like, oh, you have dry skin, get some HA. You got dull skin, get some HA. You got dry, droopy skin, get some HA. I mean, it's literally in every single product. But the problem that I was having is I felt like it made my skin even more dry. So prior to adding hyaluronic acid to my skincare routine, I felt like my skin was still dry, but a little bit normal. Like I am definitely normal around the outer part of my skin or my face, but in my T-zone, that is where I would consider myself very dry. Since using my skincare routine and being very consistent with it, I've actually gone to where I'm like more dry, a little bit normal, specifically in my T-zone, still very dry around my nose. But when I add hyaluronic acid to my skincare routine, I feel as though it actually dries out my skin. And it took me a while to realize it, but then I was coming across somebody, an influencer, and she's kind of like this skincare kind of guru. And she was talking, while she is over the age of 40, she does not use HA in her skincare because the whole purpose of it is when you put on HA, you're supposed to put it on damp skin. And the thought behind that is it's going to take the moisture from the dampness and it's going to infuse with your skin and make it more moisturized, but it's also going to make it more plump. And so if you live in an area where you have high humidity like Florida or Houston, that sort of thing, it's probably a really, really good product to have because it can draw out that humidity from the air. I live in Dallas. Dallas is very dry, even though we had a very humid summer. It is very dry, and the problem I have is I'm losing moisture in my skin just as I age. So what it's doing is it's pulling, because it can't pull from the air, it's actually pulling from the inner parts of my skin, pumping it up to the surface, and I'm actually becoming more dehydrated. I'm actually becoming more dry with my skin because it doesn't have anything to put through. So I've tried it with damp skin, I've tried it with toner, I've tried it once a day, I've tried it twice a day, I've tried using less product, I've tried doing more product, and it just doesn't work. No matter what I do, I still feel as though my skin is more dry, and it's even made my areas where I'm now normal dry. So my only point of hesitancy is if you do not live in a very dry, or if you live in a very dry climate, I would caution against hyaluronic acid. Definitely use it. And if you find like your skin is getting more dry, stop it, because my skin actually looks better without having hyaluronic acid in it. But if you do have, maybe you don't have dry skin, you have normal or oily skin, or you live in a very humid environment, I think this product would probably be really, really good for you. It won the Allure Best of Beauty 2022, so it's got to be doing something right. Not saying that they're all knowing or whatever, but it definitely got good reviews. I know a lot of the influencers that I follow, both who are Mary Kay consultants and are not, have actually really, really liked this product. So personally for me, I do not like it because of the hyaluronic acid in it, but I've heard great things about it. And I think if you can do hyaluronic acid and you don't notice a difference in your skin, and or you live in a humid environment, I think it's definitely a product to try. And I forgot to say, these both retail for $38. So it is not a affordable product by any means, but a little bit does go a long way. Even though it says 5 to 8 drops on it, I'll be honest with you, I put 2 drops on and it completely covered my hand. I think you can get away with just doing the 5 drops and it'll be fine. So this is the vitamin C one. So it's supposed to be a line reducer, and what they tell you to do is you're supposed to cleanse your skin, and then after you tone, you're supposed to put this on, and then you do your serums, and then you do your moisturizers as well. So I've been using this for about 3 weeks now, and I'll be honest with you, I really, really like it. What I like about it is, let me show you, it is more watery than the other one, than the HA one, but it comes out, it's got, oh, I didn't put that much. It's kind of got this orangey, yellowish hue on it. And when it goes into your skin, it almost evaporates. Kind of reminds me of like rubbing alcohol. It's not rubbing alcohol, but just this one kind of stays on your skin and just kind of leaves like a barrier, like it's very, very hydrated. This one kind of leaves, it just goes into your skin and then eventually becomes nothing. You can see how bright, I guess it's not that super bright. I mean, this is, you can see the moisture there or whatever. What I liked about it was I didn't feel like it combated with any of my other skin products. It absorbed really, really quickly. And it just leaves this really kind of, I don't know, a slight tackiness to the skin, but it feels really, really good. The problem that I have with this is, as far as the line reducing and all that stuff, I've only been using it for 3 weeks. I haven't noticed a significant decrease in any of my lines. I don't have a lot to begin with. To me, it was more of those like kind of pre-skincare game of like, hey, if I start using it now, then maybe it will help me to not have the lines, you know, as prominent as I go on. But as far as the line reducer, I can't really say whether or not it works. The problem I'm having with it is leaving small little white heads all over my skin. Now, I am very, very consistent about my skincare. I have not changed it up. I've been using the same products for a while now. I would say 6-8 months now. And I just, when I do introduce a product in, I introduce one thing at a time, so that way I can see whether or not, or how my skin reacts to it. And in all honesty, sometimes my skin like freaks out, and then after a couple uses, it calms down. So when I first started using it and I started noticing the whiteheads, I was like, okay, it's okay. Like, I will continue using it and just see if maybe my skin adjusts to it. It hasn't adjusted. After 3 weeks, I'm still getting the small whiteheads. Every time I wake up in the morning, I have to go in and pop them. Now, I know it sounds sick, but like, I have to pop my little whiteheads. It's disgusting. But the only saving grace is they're very, very small and they don't leave like a redness or whatever. They're very, I just go in and pop them and I can cover them up with makeup and I don't see any like dots or redness on my skin. So it's not like, oh my gosh, it's so bad. But after 3 weeks, I'm like, okay, usually it takes like a week. I start noticing a slight, decrease or whatever. But after 3 weeks, I have not noticed any decrease in the little whiteheads. They are still there. And I think they will be there for as long as I use this product, just because for whatever reason, something in it is not agreeing with my skin. So kind of disappointed with it because I really, really had high hopes with this one. I'm probably going to continue using it just because, like I said, the whiteheads aren't as bad, but I would just caution you against it. Like if you start seeing those whiteheads or whatever, it's probably something like it's not agreeing with your skin. But as far as everything else, I felt like it was doing a good job. I was really, really hopeful for it, but I just feel like after 3 weeks, I would think that the whiteheads would start going away. So I would love to know if you guys have tried either one of these, what your experience has been. Please leave your comments below and let other viewers know. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What have you heard? Your friends, family, anybody else who've tried it, what have you heard? This is my opinion. This is my skin. My skin is completely different from yours. So you may love these products and you may think that they're amazing. This is just my opinion. So I want this to be an educational platform where you leave comments in there and people can go through the comments and be like, okay, well, this person had the same experience or this person had a different experience, and you can kind of make an educated decision on whether or not this is something that you want to add to your skincare routine. So hopefully this video has helped. Please leave your comments below. Until next time, bye.